Good morning, everybody. So, my name's Will. I'm here in Adelaide, South Australia, and you'll have to forgive me. I've had a bit of a hectic morning setting up this morning. I've had a number of technical difficulties, and then at the last minute, I couldn't even find the live button because I'd reconfigured some stuff. So forgive me if I'm a bit flustered. I see I got Easy in the chat from Charlottesville, Virginia. G'day, Easy. I hope you're doing well. I got Scout, as always. I always appreciate your loyalty, Scout. And I got my parents as well. Miss you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, yeah, it's getting to be a cool day in Adelaide, South Australia. I started this whole project setting up outside because I thought it sort of conveyed a feeling of optimism in uncertain times. But now I'm launching into winter, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to come up with Plan B. Anyway. Just a quick recap of the whole purpose of what I'm doing here is I am going to be showing off a jersey from my collection. That's why it's called The Collection, but I'm hoping to increasingly be showcasing the collection of other people around Australia and maybe even the world, and I've got a pretty good shot at that today. So I'm going to launch right into it. Alright, so first up, I've got a jersey here, brand new jersey. Hasn't been worn yet or hasn't been played in yet. And this was sent to me by Chris Ward of Perth Impure. And the reason I wanted to reach out to these guys and showcase this jersey is because they have launched a pretty fun initiative, which I'm hoping some more people will jump on. I jumped on it. And it was basically do the quarantine thing in a paintball way. And they released a short video of, a short video of just going about day-to-day stuff in their home, wearing their paintball gear, washing the dishes, mowing the lawn, and this particular cut really cracked me up. Head checking with the cat, and that cat is baller. You should check it out. Go to the Perth Impure page on Facebook, or, you know, better yet, just make a silly little 30-second video doing your day-to-day stuff in quarantine, wearing your paintball gear, hashtag paintball strong, post it on the Perth Impure page, or just, you know, reach out to Chris so he can feel the support. It's a bit of fun and gives some people some entertainment, and it just, you know, one more thing to help bring paintball community together. I got another jersey here. This was sent to me by Bea Adams, aka Booze Ballin 77. So she too has a bit of an initiative, but first I want to read directly from her email to me, or her message to me, about this particular jersey. This jersey was dedicated to Matty Strachan from the Spice Bears. Matty was not only an exceptional player, but also an extremely good mate to the ballers he came in contact with. He not only helped me through a difficult time, but also a few other Spice Bears in hard times. So Spice Bears had a jersey made up in his memory, and to all players, when they see his jersey, we take the field knowing that Matty is there with us. Now, I personally didn't know Matty. I've crossed paths with him a couple of times, but I think it is important that we keep people's memory ever present, especially given the circumstances. We just really need to look after each other, especially under these hard times where people might feel increasingly isolated. So I really, really appreciated that one, Bea. Thank you for that. Spot on. Now, the initiative that Bea had, which I should push the right button, which is pretty cool, is basically, you know, we made it, now let's play. This idea that we've been waiting, but the moment that the sort of restrictions are lifted and we can get back on the paintball field, grab everyone that you know, get them to bring their mother, and get out to your local field and help support and get the field owners up and running, because, you know, the field owners haven't been making any money and they still have costs and that sort of thing. So the sooner we can get things up and running, the better. So Bree's created this group or event on Facebook. We made it, now let's play. So maybe just find that, get around it. I know that I'm going to be dragging as many people as I can out to Skirmish SA. In fact, I was daydreaming about it today. Man, I'm so psyched. For the first time, I can stop doing this here and maybe just like do one more of these out at Skirmish SA with people training in the background. I just think that would be awesome. So good on you, Bea. Thanks for doing that for us. Now, I thought that tied in really well with something that Marcella Margot and Tyler Harmon are doing. So you may have seen that they've got a new podcast up. It's called Play the Game. They got 3 episodes so far. And if I was to sort of like encapsulate it, I would say that it's really all about optimism, positivity, optimism. I mean, they're making these podcasts in the current climate, and they're projecting what things are going to look like in the future. And like I said, it's very optimistic. It's very positive. And I didn't really know Tyler Harmon all that well, but in listening to this, I really appreciate his mindset. I mean, I think he might be some sort of alien being, but he seems like a really positive guy. It's really interesting. You should really check it out. I see I got Spatch in the chat. Thanks for being here, Spatch. That means a lot, buddy. So the reason I thought this was a nice segue is because I think it was episode 2, they talked about hashtag opening day. Something similar to what Bea was talking about, where, as soon as those doors are open, flood the gates, get in there, start playing paintball. And opening day is different for different states and different countries and different fields and that sort of thing. So it's not just on one particular day, but whenever you've got your opening day, just take everyone you can. And Marcelo even mentioned this idea that I thought was a pretty good idea. In the meantime, maybe buy a voucher that you're going to use on that opening day to just maybe help lift the field owners in the meantime, because they're not making any income right now. So I thought Bea and Marcelo and Tyler were sort of on the same vibe there. I really like that. And definitely check out Play the Game podcast. It's good. It's very engaging, definitely. All right. I got another jersey here. So this is an OG Hostile Intentions jersey. This is Macca Nathan McDonald's jersey. And I reached out to him, and he sent me a couple of jersey photos. I wish people would send me jerseys. That'd be cool, too. So for this jersey, he says he won his first paintball comp in Malaysia in this jersey, and in 2011, Super Sevens Masters back-to-back. I may have got my wording there wrong, but so that's Macca's Hostile Intentions jersey. That obviously meant a lot to him, brought him a lot of success. And in addition, he sent me a photo of his Eskimos jersey. And if you don't know the Eskimos, again, I don't know how you're here watching me, because the Eskimo brothers have had huge impact on not just paintball, but the paintball community, family. So he talks about this as after a lot of hard work, it was his first win with the Eskimo boys. And at the last Super Sevens, you might recall that there was 2 Eskimo teams, took first and second, and obviously that meant a lot to the Eskimo brothers and to Macca for being a part of that. Scout saying it's time to tidy the shed as we get into winter. Yeah, you might be right. So the reason I bring up Macca's jerseys is because he was recently featured in a podcast by Scotty Martin, Down Under Paintball, and really engaging content as always. He talks about his days playing bush ball. So, I have put it out there to a couple of circles that I'm trying to explore people's collection and sentimental jerseys and that sort of thing. And I was sent one to me very recently that I was just really excited by. So let me see if I can get that up and running for you.
This is one of my all-time favorite jerseys because it's one of the oldest ones that I own. Somebody actually sent this back to me, and it was originally designed by Circle Paintball. It was one of Destiny's first sponsors that showed a lot of support. And Chronic Paintball then later modified this logo. So I'll never get rid of this. This is my favorite jersey. Destiny Paintball, Bea Paxon. Thanks for listening.
So, how cool is that? I got a submission from Bea Paxon, or as I used to know her, Bea Youngs. Some people might even remember her being called DJ B back in the day. So, if you don't know Bea Paxon, she's an absolute legend of the sport. She's played and I'm captain and starting Destiny since 2004, and Destiny is a team that's fielded all women teams, all-male teams, co-ed teams, to great success. She's been a fixture of the U.S. national team, as you can see there. And she's been a fixture of the game since as far back as I can remember. And the fact that she took time to send me that, that really does mean a lot. Thank you, Bea. And as I've said before, you live in a beautiful part of the world. Anytime I see these photos of you hanging out with your family with those mountains in the background, I'm jealous. You're probably doing isolation very well where you are right now. So in kind of looking through some photos of Bea to share on this episode, I've got this one here that you can see of Bea representing the U.S. And then I came across this one, which, you know, I took a double take because I do know Bitchin is a Australian team, and upon closer inspection you can see the paintball shop logo on there. So I didn't know this, that apparently she played for Bitchin. I didn't know that. I do know that she came over to Super Sevens, but I just didn't know what team she played for. Again, shouting back to Scotty and his work on the Down Under Paintball, there's been a couple of episodes where this team comes up, and I had no idea how sort of long-standing that team was. So that's really interesting. That's cool to know. So another cool jersey that I saw in Bea's feed was this LA Hitmen jersey. And I did know that she was mates with the person that I'm going to showcase in just a second. But she's played for Destiny and LA Hitmen. And likewise, Sonny Lopez has also supported Destiny. And of course, Sonny Lopez plays. He is LA Hitmen. Now, if you don't know who Sonny Lopez is, he's probably the most iconic pump paintball player that has ever walked the earth. The LA Hitmen have always been sort of one of the top names, if not the top name, in pump paintball. Now, I think Blake Yarber, who played for Gat Factory back in the day, would probably contest that. He's proudly taken a few scalps off the LA Hitmen, but I don't think you could argue that Sonny Lopez and the LA Hitmen are just like a fixture of that team. And this picture in particular of Sonny with that small little hopper shooting a pump and the Flex 8s, it's just like an iconic image of Sonny Lopez. And so I was really keen to get one of these because if you know me, I'm a pump paintball guy. I do love pump paintball scene, teams, guns, whatever. And the old school Sonny Lopez jerseys were kind of hard to come by, and the LA Hitmen jerseys were, yeah, they were kind of sought after. And I was looking and looking and looking, and then finally I just thought, why don't I just message the dudes? And sure enough, I reached out and somebody responded to me, and it turns out it was Sonny, and the guy was so psyched that I was keen to try to get my hands on some merch that he personally sent me one of his LA Hitmen jerseys. So there we go. That is a badass jersey, in case you need to be told. LA Hitmen, Sonny Lopez on the collar. And yeah, the man just kind of took charge of it, saw that I was keen, and made sure he got one out to me. So that was awesome. That was a little while ago I picked that up from Sonny, but thanks for that, Sonny. It's still a valued jersey. It's also my first Anthrax jersey. I always had Raza jerseys with my team, and I do love Raza jerseys, but there's something about the cut of an Anthrax jersey. It feels really good. So there's my LA Hitmen Sonny Lopez jersey that I wanted to show off. All right, now let me see. What have I got in closing before I go and try to salvage this mess that I've created today? All right, so tomorrow evening, 7:30 Adelaide time, whatever time that is for you, Dwayne's doing another episode of PBHQ. He's been doing these interview formats, and tomorrow he's interviewing Burke from MacDev, who is the lead gun designer and apparently quote-unquote all-around legend. So tune in for that. It's always cool to get a different side of the sort of the industry, different perspectives. That's why I love what Scotty's doing, and it's cool to see what Dwayne's doing. So come check that out tomorrow evening. Be in the chat, talking it up, and yeah, I reckon that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for anyone who's still with me right now. And now I'm going to go see how I can figure out how to put 2 YouTube videos together and try to salvage this. Thanks for everybody who contributed. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. And I'll see you guys next week. Be safe.